What's going on, man? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Man, I was hella tired. I don't even know how I got energy to do this. What's up, Still the King? Blessings to you too. Yeah, get on up in here. What's up, Miss D? Hey, baby. What's up with you? MDT, what's going on? Oh, man. Man, you know me, Jay. I stay working. I'm so damn tired. I'm gonna try to get through this video tonight. Hey. What's up, Nadira? Are you still celebrating the Super Bowl? I know you still celebrating the Super Bowl. I know you doing it. Yeah, Zach Martin gone. He is out of there. Put opera on you niggas. What's up, Namo Da? Coming from the Yay. Shout out to the Yay area, man. Shout out to the Yay. I mean, Miss Lady. Shout out to the Yay area. What's up, MJ? She said it's a celebration. I know y'all still celebrating. Y'all going in out there. Shout out to y'all. I just realized, man, everybody don't need to be on YouTube. Like, I don't get it. It's like Asia Wilson. I wasn't even finna talk about this tonight, but I saw so much hate. Why is it that, and I don't want to make it a race thing, but why is it that when we're celebrated, whether it's a man or a woman that is of color, whether we're dark or we're brown, why are we torn down? These mofos get 24/7, 365 a year. Every time one of us is celebrated, it comes with hate. And I didn't know that Asia shared the same thing with Jordan Childs. I didn't know her and Jordan Childs were sharing the same cover. I didn't like that at all. I felt that was disrespectful to Asia. You know, I felt that was very disrespectful. I felt Asia should have won Athlete of the Year last year, where they gave it to the flat back end. We working. Yeah, put them skits out, man. Is it jealousy or is it just envy? Or is it both? Like, I don't understand how a woman who won 3 MVPs probably scored the most points in a season. Scored the most points in a season. It's crazy work. Yeah, flat back end. Yeah, that's her name. She is. They better be lucky that she didn't play in this Unrivaled, because she would have destroyed everybody. Speak on it, J. Capone. Speak on it. Speak on it. Yeah, man. Flat back end. What's up, JG? What's up, Chess Ready? It must be, because every time we win something, we get hit with a lot of hate. Yeah, speak on it. Mabry want to come back to the sky. Why would Mabry come back to the sky? She left because she didn't want to go through a rebuild. The sky are rebuilding. Plus, if you get Mabry, you know she gonna want to start. That's what pissed me off, Nadira. They act like they don't see it. They act like they don't see the BS. And that's just mind-boggling to me, how you don't see it. Like, I don't understand. What's up, Montrese? Yeah, Flaw J's very clutch. I said in my earlier video that Flaw J is very clutch. I just want Kim to try to move Michaela to the point. I think they would maximize their team that way. I don't like them running Dave Wilson at the point. Jalen Hurts always gonna get hated. What's up, Mr. CM23? They always refuse to see it. They are the main ones to refuse to see it when it's right there in your face. And I don't know the guy that's on Key's page or Lakeisha page, some guy they call Coach, man. Brothers like him, and I don't want to pick on him because I don't know him personally, but brothers like him is what makes it very difficult. That's what makes it difficult for brothers and sisters to grow, because you have the blindness from people that are of color. Yeah, Namo. Yeah. Right. What's up, Liquid Ocelot? That's her privilege saying that, man. Her privilege is dictating that she asked for these trades. Right, exactly. Exactly, John. Speak on it. So you saying that's the older sister? You done solved the Rubik's Cube, Lorenzo? I told you that's Van Lift's older sister. You must be out your goddamn mind. That boy, I told you that's her sister. That boy Lorenzo going off. I ain't saying she a gold digger. She just ain't messing with no broke. Right. I wasn't even finna talk about this topic, man. But congratulations to Asia Wilson. She deserves it. She really should have won Woman of the Year or Woman Athlete of the Year, not women. Like they just minimized her by saying, okay, we're gonna put you on here with Jordan Childs, which I thought was disrespectful. Yeah, Kennedy Carter ain't got no home yet. So she might be a camp invite. Same mama and daddy. You a fool, Lorenzo. I got a question for the chat. Got a question for the chat. What's the difference between a generational talent and a one-of-a-kind player? What's the difference? I want to hear from the chat. So what's the difference between a generational talent and a one-of-a-kind player? Trying to see what you guys say. They called a foul on that? Both need win. What's the difference between a generational talent and a one-of-a-kind player? Right, Mr. CM23. Yep. Like, what's the difference between a franchise player, a generational player, excuse me, and a one-of-a-kind player? Like, come on, guys, what's the difference? Yeah, it's a great question because I'm so sick and tired of seeing people say that everybody is generational. And I'm like, how? And I'm tired of people thinking because you put up all these points on offense, you're generational. That doesn't necessarily mean you're generational because you put up all these points. Yeah, like what's the difference between a one-of-a-kind player and a generational talent? What's the difference? Like we finna have a discussion tonight because everybody keeps telling me about players being generational or players being one of a kind, a one of one. Like for real, ask yourself a question. Like ask yourself a question. What's the difference? A player that is once in a generational, you may see that player once every 15 to 20 years, if that. But a player that's one of a kind, you may see that player every 5 years. That's a good statement, Mr. CM23. Exactly, Lorenzo. Ding, ding, ding. There is no difference. Mrs. CM23, there's no difference. There's no difference in a one of a kind and a generational talent. There's no difference. There is no difference. See, what people are trying to do is people are trying to move a goalpost to make their favorite player or players look a certain way. You can say that, John, but honestly, there's no difference. If I say this person is a one of a kind player, don't that make them generational? There's no difference, Lorenzo. Lorenzo. Michael Jordan is a one of a kind player. Yes, there was a Kobe, but Michael Jordan was one of a kind. We've never seen a Michael before. Now, people are going to ask you this. Is Kobe Bryant? Let me ask you guys this. Is Kobe Bryant a generational or a one of a kind player? Is he a generational talent? Exactly, Damon, he is. To everybody's disbelief, Kobe is a generational talent. Now, people will come out of somewhere like, no, but he mimicked Jordan. Just because you mimic somebody doesn't mean that you're not your own player. That doesn't mean anything. See, we have been dumbed down to think that if you copy a player, you're generational. Michael Jordan took moves from David Thompson. Does that mean he wasn't generational? He patterned his game like David Thompson. Had Dr. J in it. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Yes, Allen Iverson is a generational talent. Absolutely. There will never be another Allen Iverson. There will never be another Allen Iverson or a Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Kobe got better. Kobe got better because of his mindset. Wasn't because of age. Kobe's mindset was, I got to be better. I got to be better. I got to get stronger. That mindset, a lot of players don't have that mindset. Like the Mamba mentality, a lot of players don't have that. Right, Lorenzo. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, that can also be true. Michael Jordan wasn't the first one to dominate the ball like that and score like that. Remember Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson. You had players like that who was doing what Mike was doing. Theirs just wasn't highlighted because we didn't have the media we had during the time Mike came in. Steph's a generational player? Absolutely. Yeah, it sounds better, but yeah, it sounds better, but it's the same thing. Like, everybody says Kobe plays like Mike. No, Kobe patterned his game after Mike. However, Kobe still had the talent. Kobe still had the talent and the work ethic that set him apart from everybody. His work ethic made him once in a lifetime. Wasn't just his talent, because Vince Carter was more talented than Kobe. Tracy McGrady was more talented than Kobe. What separated Kobe, well, Iverson was more talented than Kobe. What made Kobe once in a lifetime or one of a kind is the work ethic he had. Yes, Larry Bird is one of a kind. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Exactly, Lorenzo. That's like saying Michael Jackson was something we never seen before. When he did the moonwalk, one of the first ones to do that dance was Cab Calloway. Yep. Kobe was a better shooter. Some would say Kobe's a better shooter, Mike's a better scorer. Michael was a one of a kind player. We've never seen a guy like him, like the bounce he had along with the fundamentals. See, there was people that were athletic, but they didn't have that type of skill. But there was Earl the Pearl Monroe. Earl the Pearl Monroe was something we never seen before. Oscar Robertson was something we never seen before, or Elgin Baylor. Players who come after those guys, they come from the same lineage. It's just they're different. Kobe had God-given athleticism. Kobe's athleticism was insane. Kobe had athleticism. Kobe had a lot of athleticism. He didn't have as much as Mike, but he had a lot of athleticism. That Kobe number 8 with the fro was something deadly. Was something deadly. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this question. Better ball handling than MJ? Yeah, you could say that. Right. Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, two players that were one of a kind players. Now, Candace Parker. What would y'all say Candace Parker is? What would you say Candace Parker is? What y'all think Candace Parker is? Because see, people are trying to put what's up, Brad? She not the GOAT, but she's great though. Right, she's a generational player. You could say she's a one of a kind player. You know, Candace was different. She basically was one of the first ones we've seen who played the four that can handle the ball, could play defense, could score at every level. She's the one who's inspired the Stewies, the Asias, the Lauren Jacksons. She inspired a lot of players. Well, not the Lauren Jackson, but Stewie, and then you got the Fee, all of them. Those are kind of like Candace Parker's kids. Well, Lisa Leslie was generational. So Candace was generational. Lisa operated down in the post. Candace was the one who brought the ball out of the post and was able to initiate the offense and could play. So, yeah, she's one of a kind, and she one of a kind and generational player is the same thing. Maya Moore, one of a kind, right? She was probably, but listen though, we had a Cynthia Cooper. Cynthia Cooper, Maya Moore was sort of like a similar play style to a Cynthia Cooper. The only difference is she was a little bigger and she could handle the ball a little better. Elite at all five positions. She played five positions, but she's still not my GOAT, but she raw. Candace is up there though. Well, it's different play styles. Like just because you play different doesn't mean that you're not a how do I say, doesn't mean that you're not a one of a kind type of player or a generational player. Like people are trying to put generational with players who really aren't generational. Like Dennis Rodman, for example. Do you think Dennis Rodman was generational? Oh yeah, Cheryl Miller. Yeah, Cheryl Miller. Cheryl Miller was a forward, had the ability to do everything: dribble the ball, pass the ball, defend. They didn't start winning until they got the McGee sisters there, but she was balling before she hurt her knee. You got Yes. Yeah, yes, he's a great B-ball IQ. Yeah, he's generational, but most people would say Dennis Rodman's not generational. Why do you think most people would say Dennis Rodman is not generational? But why do most people say he's not generational? Exactly, Lorenzo. But why he had the stats, Mello. But what's the key component why people say he's not generational? What's the key component? See, I'm trying to make a point because I've been seeing this discord throughout the YouTube, the Twitters, the mainstream media where they'll say a player is generational. Exactly. Thank you, Damon. Thank you, MDT. Thank you, Brass. All of y'all. great answers, because he didn't score 30 a game. So when people try to discount Angel Reese, for example, see, I'm leading you guys to what I need y'all to go. Let's talk about an Angel Reese. So if we all say that Dennis Rodman's generational, that will make Angel Reese generational as well. But people are going to say she's not. People are trying to say that she's not generational because she don't jack up about 40 or 50 or put up 40 or 50 points a night. He could score Demond, but he did not score at a high clip. Exactly. Thank you, Mrs. CM23, for elaborating with Brass, MDT, and Demond. Exactly. They look at him as a person that got rebounds and played great defense, and the offense wasn't there in their eyes. Exactly. The point I'm trying to prove, Bang's theory, you answered your own question. So I don't have to explain it. You answered your own question. There's nothing to be confused about. One of a kind and generational player are the same damn thing. The problem is people are misconstruing it and trying to make it two different things. They're not different at all. If you're a generational talent, that means you're a one of a kind type of player. There's nobody who can duplicate you. I don't care how much Kobe took from Mike or how much Mike took from David Thompson. It doesn't matter. They were two one of a kind players. We've never seen those type of players before. But the reason we diminish Kobe is because the media made us diminish Kobe because of that case in Colorado. If that case in Colorado would have never happened, we would have been seeing Kobe for just Kobe. Right, exactly. Why aren't they the same, Bangs Theory? Why aren't they the same? Yes, MDT. Ben Wallace was generational. Exactly. Why aren't they the same, Bangs Theory? I would like to know. I wish we had a Dennis Rodman. You'll never get another Dennis Rodman, just like you'll never get another Bill Russell. You'll never get another Wilt Chamberlain. You'll never get another MJ. You'll never get another Kobe. You'll never get another Magic. You'll never get another Isaiah Thomas. I don't wish we had them today, Damon, because they played in an era intended for them to showcase their skill set. You understand what I'm saying? So Isaiah balled out when he balled out. I don't need Isaiah to come back to this generation and show me. No, Isaiah was fine for the time he was in. The problem with us as fans are we diminish each era. Okay, but okay, you're saying generational for someone whose abilities or achievements are so extraordinary that they come along. So, Bang's theory. So if I say Michael Jordan is one of a kind, that's not the same as generational. His abilities and achievements surpassed a lot of people at his position. So that doesn't make him one of a kind. Okay, so that's the same as generational, Bain's theory. Because you just said completely unique with no true equal or comparison. Then you said to generational talent whose abilities or achievements are so extraordinary that they come along once. That's the same as one of a kind. No, those players you named, JG, those aren't generational talents. Those were very good players. Those you named were very good players. No, Karl Malone and John Stockton were very good players. A generational I would look at would be somebody like a Charles Barkley than a Carl. It doesn't, Baines theory. Generational and one of a kind doesn't make it a slight difference at all. They're one in the same. So Dennis Rodman, he's one of a kind. Dennis Rodman is one of a kind. However, he did something that was generational. He rebounded and he defended at a high clip, and his motor was something we never seen before. Yes, Russell Westbrook is generational. We never seen a guy at Russ's size do what he does consistently. The last person we seen do that was Oscar Robertson. Yes, Juju Watkins is generational because she's 6'2". She's really a forward with guard abilities. That's generational. That's like LeBron James. LeBron James built like a forward, but has guard abilities. Hakeem was generational. Tim Duncan was a very great player. He was not generational. Yes, Kevin Durant is generational. 7 feet with guard skills. Yes, Magic Johnson is generational because Magic was a 6'9" forward that had guard abilities and guard and vision. He had vision. Clyde Drexler, no. Clyde Drexler was a great player. Wasn't generational, but he was a hell of a player. Kyrie, yes. Kyrie is generational. We never seen it. Kyrie has a dribble that is only one of a kind. You can't duplicate it. Gary Payton is a generational defender at the point. He brought in the defensive point guard where he would shut down somebody and he could get you about 5 to 8 assists. Exactly, Lorenzo. Charles is a generational talent, 6'4" power forward, battled and dominated opponents at 6'7" and 6'8" and above. Exactly. You're starting to get it. Yes, Derrick Rose is generational. That athleticism at that position with a combination of speed, quickness, and toughness. Correct. D Wade, great player, not generational. Yeah, Brass, Allen Iverson, generational. Guy that's 5'10", 5'11", with speed and handles and had the ability to go up above the trees and dunk. His athleticism and speed was incredible. We haven't seen anybody like that in a long time. D Wade was a great player, but not generational. Salute, Cheyenne. How your team did? Shaq's generational. You can say Shaq's generational. We never seen a 5 his size move like that. He was a 5 that moved like a forward. That big and move like a forward. We've never seen that before. Shaq was running the floor in Orlando days like a forward, and he's a 5. 5s don't run like Shaq ran like. Melo is a great player, but he's not generational. He's a great player, though. Penny was generational. T-Mac was a great player. James Worthy was a great player. Not generational. Great player, though. Zion is generational. He is. That size with that athleticism is incredible. His problem is he can't leave the biscuits and gravy alone. He can't leave the biscuits and gravy alone at all. He tearing it up. Yes, Tom Brady is generational. We never seen a Tom Brady before. The ultimate game manager. He's the ultimate game manager. We've never seen a game manager like him ever. Ever. Yes, Jacquel Jones is generational. She's 6'6" with guard abilities. That's generational. Yes, John Morant is generational. Yeah, Brass. Charles Barkley, generational. Yes, Michael Vick, generational. Yeah, Jalen Hurts did. Shout out to Jay Hurts, man. Love him. Tiger Woods is generational. Exactly, Brass. We ain't seen nobody before Tiger since Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson probably was the last golfer we seen that was that raw. Yes, Lamar Jackson's generational. Victor Wembanyama's generational. Yes, he's generational. I hope Victor gets better. He got a blood clot. Hope he gets better. Yes, Barry Bonds is generational. We never seen a guy who had a bunch of gold gloves before he even turned, I think, 25 or 26. It's incredible how great we're going to talk about Barry Bonds one day, but it's incredible what Barry Bonds did. Barry Bonds has an argument to be the greatest baseball player of all time. He was that goddamn good. Yes, Mike Tyson, generational. Floyd Mayweather, generational. Serena, yeah, Brass. Serena's generational. Venus, very good player. If Serena wasn't around, I would say Venus, but Serena's generational. Ricky. Yeah, MJ, me too. Rodman and Michael Jordan were both generational, Bangs Theory. Who's doing what Rodman is doing? How many people are doing what Rodman is doing right now? How many people is rebounding like Rodman? How many people are guarding 5 positions like Rodman? How many people got the IQ today like Rodman? How many people are as athletic as Dennis Rodman? No, David Robinson was a great player. Wasn't a generational talent. Terrence Crawford is a generational talent. Yes. Yes, Bo Jackson and Dion, generational talents. Exactly, Brass. Angel Reese is the only one who's doing what Dennis Rodman is doing. There's nobody else. I look at all the men's. Who in the men's is doing what Dennis Rodman is doing? Who? Who's doing what Dennis Rodman's doing? The only person doing what Dennis Rodman is doing is Angel Reese. That's it. That's why I told y'all everybody was laughing like Dennis is a role player, man. Dennis Rodman is a superstar at what he does. See, we have been programmed to think offense is the only way to be generational or to be great. I don't know. Javonte got to show me some other people to fight. He ain't fought nobody. Derrick Henry, generational talent. Yes, that size, that speed, that's incredible. He's generational. Yeah, nobody in the NBA. Yes, Vince Carter was generational. We never seen what Vince was. We never seen that guy. Exactly, Braz. Lawrence Taylor, definition of generational. I agree. Lawrence Taylor revolutionized the outside linebacker. Rodman was your heart and soul of your team. Ant-Man's not generational. Ant-Man is a very good basketball player. He's not generational, though. But he's a great basketball player. He just has to continue to get better. He said, is his antics generational? Joker, yes. Joker's generational. A center running the point. Yeah, Joker's generational. Oh, absolutely. Calvin, generational. Yes. Mean Joe Green, generational. Mahomes, yes. Mahomes is generational. Yes. Yes. Ray Lewis was generational. Luka is a very good player. I wouldn't say generational. I would say he's a very good player. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the link for you guys, man. If y'all want to get in and talk. James Harden is a solid player. He's not generational to me. He's a solid player though for what he does. That's what I'm saying. Outrun you, outlift you. Larry Fitz was a great receiver. I wouldn't say generational, but he was a great receiver. What's up, Motor City MIA? I heard of Michael Schumacher. I'm gonna look him up later. All right, bet. Yes, Randy Moss was generational. Josh Allen, no. Josh Allen's just he's just an okay quarterback. Yes, Saquon Barkley is generational. Yes, he is. He sure is. Yes, Saquon Barkley is a generational talent. We've never seen a Barkley before. Yes, Cam Newton was a generational talent. Yes. Cam Newton was on Angel Reese's podcast today. Caitlin Clark, no. Caitlin's not a generational talent. She's a great player, though. Caitlin's a great player, but she's not a generational talent. Yeah, LeBron's a flopper, but he's a generational talent, though. He's a generational talent. Giannis, I would say Giannis to me is a very great player. Yeah, exactly, Mr. CM23. Yeah. Who, Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. He's not generational. He's a great quarterback, though. Great quarterback. Yes, Hannah Hill Doggo's a generational talent. Yes. 5'6", playing like she's 6'5". Tough work. Tough work. Mario Andretti was a beast. He was a beast. Yes, Lynn Bias and Benji. I don't know about Benji Wilson. Benji was good. I didn't get to see him enough. But Lynn Bias, yes, Lynn Bias was generational. Like Lynn Bias was big. Michaela Blaze, Kenyomi McMiller. I don't see generational. I see very good players, JG. Exactly, Lorenzo. He's a great player. He's just not generational to me. Like Giannis doesn't do anything unique. Like he's very like he has a motor, but he don't really do nothing. Oh man, yeah, Brad Simone Biles. Yeah, Damone. Yeah, Damon. OJ Simpson and Simone Biles, yes. Generational. No, you're not, MDT. No, you're not. Yep, Jim Brown. Jim Brown was generational. Yeah, exactly, MJ. Like, I would Georgia Amore is not a bad player. Georgia Amore's problem is she's too small. And she don't do nothing. She don't play defense. Yeah. Smokey. Yep. Yep. Sugar Ray Leonard. That was my guy. Yeah, Kareem was. Bo, yeah, Bo was generational. If Bo would have never hurt his hip, the thing, bruh. Yeah, Cheyenne Sellers is generational. Yes. Cheyenne Sellers is 6'2", playing like a guard. Crazy work. Yeah, Curry and KD, yeah. Walter Payton, yes. Yeah, James Brown, yeah. Roy Jones was a solid fighter. I just never saw generational in Roy Jones. He was a solid fighter, though. Oh, man, absolutely. Bernie Mac was one of a kind with generational talent. Eddie's funny, but Eddie never was generational to me. Eddie was a great comic, great comedian. I just never thought he was generational. He wasn't Richard Pryor. He wasn't Bernie Mac. He wasn't Red Fox to me. Is Kawhi generational? No, Kawhi's a very good player. He's a great player, but he's not generational to me. Oh, okay, that's cool. They probably coming to talk to Angel. Martin Lawrence is funny, but he never was a generational comedian to me. Yeah, Eddie Griffin, yes, he's generational. Eddie Griffin is generational at his finest. No, Mike Epps is not a generational comedian. No. Brandon Roy was a generational player. If he would never have gotten hurt. He was incredible. Dave Chappelle, no. Dave Chappelle would be generational because of the skits. He's the first comedian really to to um to do a skit and make it like to another level. Excuse me. Yes, Cat is generational. Sterling's generational, but Shannon, no. Shannon's not generational. Shannon was a great tight end, though. Great tight end. But he wasn't generational. He was great though. Great tight end. I was asking a question, Waterfall. What's the difference between a one of a kind player and a generational player? I mean, generational talent. I waited for everybody to answer, and the thing is, it's nothing different. It's the same thing. A one of a kind player is a generational player. It is that's what it is. So we started talking about different generational players, and what I came down with my synopsis is that people equate generational to only offense when that's not true. Generational is basically a player where it's like they're doing things that's unconventional, something like brand new. The Wayans family, generational. Um, Damon and Marlon are generational. Keenan and Sean are okay. But the generational talents are Damon and Mike. I mean Marlon. Oh, and their sister Kim. Yeah, likely he could be. Luck won a generational talent to me. Luck was more of a great player. Yeah, she is. Yeah, it's very overused, Waterfall. Like, when you look at Dennis Rodman, people who watch basketball will tell you, oh, yeah, absolutely. Dennis Rodman is generational. But then you got some people who they're like, Nas is great, great, great MC and artist, but I don't really see him as generational. Kendrick Lamar, yeah. Kendrick's generational. Yeah, they do Motor City MIA. Like, they try to tell you everybody is a generational talent. It's like, nah. Cam Shador be generational. Yeah, that's true. Hold on, guys. I gotta switch phones.
What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and we
Check. Check. Yeah, exactly, Ms. D. That's why I said he was generational. Lorenzo, just ask the question. Just ask the question. Like, there's no right or wrong. Like, we're just talking, man. Like, I wanted to have this discussion because I've been going around all these listening to different content creators, Twitter Spaces, Instagram, and people really don't know what generational means. Like, everybody think because you could score a ball for long periods of time at huge volumes make you generational, when that's not the case. Yeah, we're trying to learn, man, because I'm just tired of people now. We done talked about generational, so we got that out the way. Now, no, Draymond is not a generational talent. Now, he's not a generational player. Now, let's keep this basketball, guys. Like, stop going to music, and we're keeping it basketball. Okay? So other stuff we'll talk about later. Lorenzo, you stupid. I'm not highlighting that. Now, we got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1 is franchise player. Tier 2 is all-star. Tier 3 is basically your role players and bench warmers. Now, let's start with a name. Karl Malone. Is Karl Malone tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3? What is Karl Malone? What is Karl Malone? Okay. Damon says tier 2. Why do you say Karl Malone's tier 2? Tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, tier 2, says 1. Right, Mrs. CM23. Okay. Now, Karl Malone is a tier 1 player. However, he isn't generational. Karl Malone, hear me again. Karl Malone is a tier 1 player, but is not a generational talent. What's up, Timo? Exactly right. So the reason why I did Karl Malone first is you don't have to be a generational talent to be a franchise player. This is where people get misconstrued. Just because you're not a generational talent doesn't mean that you're not a tier 1 player. Now, here's another player. Let me see. Sabrina Ionescu. I need you to, Sabrina Ionescu. Here, listen to the question. What tier is she, and is she a generational talent? I mean, generational player. Again, listen. Sabrina Ionescu. What tier is she, and is she a generational player or a talent or player? Okay, you said tier 2. Okay, and is she a generational? And is she a generational player? You didn't answer the other part of it, MDT. Mello says tier 2, and Sabrina is a generational player. Wow, so you're saying she's a tier 2 and a generational player. That's interesting. Shyam, is she a generational player or no? Exactly, Waterfall. I agree. Waterfall is correct. She's tier 1, but not a generational talent. Correct. She's not. Solid player, but no. Tier 1, yes, because she's your franchise player. Yep, tier 2, no generational player, but she's a tier 1 because she's the franchise player. They're building New York around Sabrina. But is she generational? No, she's not. Now, now, Satu Sabali. Is she tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and is she generational? Yes, Stewie is tier 1 and generational. But we're talking about Sabrina, right? I mean, Satu. We're talking about Satu Sabali right now. Can't be 50-50, Mello. You got to choose. She either generational or not. You got to choose, sir. Tier 2, but generational. Okay. He said, I'll say no then. Yeah, tier 2 and generational. Yeah. I agree. Satu Sabali is a tier 2 player. Is she generational? I don't think she's generational. I think Satu is just a solid player. I don't think she's generational at all. To me, she's a tier 2 and she's not generational. That's just me, though. Okay, Waterfall. So you say tier 1. I don't think she's generational. Yeah, she's not generational to me, but she's very she's a tier 2 to me. So you think she's a franchise player, Waterfall? Would you build the franchise around her for the next 3 to 5 years? They call her unicorn because they say she's 6'5" or 6'4". Building their team around who? Satu and Phoenix, Waterfall. Yeah, but this has nothing to do with most valuable or most popular player, Stevie. I'm asking who's generational and what tier are they? I agree, Waterfall. I wouldn't either. Oh, before she left Dallas. Did they build it around her or Enrique? I'm just asking a question. Was it her or Enrique? Dejanay? Dejanay's tier 3 to me. Possibly tier 2. Kelsey Plum? Mm, she gonna With Kelsey Plum, she's going to have to gain the trust of the team and bring leadership. Satu, Page, and Enrique. Right. Kelsey's not a generational talent. So yeah. Asia got her own tier. Yeah, just like Will Chamberlain. Just like yeah, chess ready. I remember you told me that. Exactly, waterfall. Exactly. Timo, if we talking about just in general, Flojo is definitely a one of a kind. Sydney Prostate, I mean, yep, Flojo was. So I'm about to get up out of here, man. You know, it was good talking with y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in and on your way out. Yeah, Flojo was. But yeah, you guys enjoy yourself. Make sure you hit the like button. You hit the super chat. You guys can get whatever your heart desire. You guys can destroy you guys can you know buy some merchandising, or not only merchandise, shoot, y'all can buy other stuff. So yeah, you guys can donate. Like I said, super chat, super things. You guys could donate. It's in the description box. You guys are new here. You guys can subscribe. Not only can you subscribe, you guys can share the page. But yeah, thank you guys, man, for listening. All right, and make sure you like I said, you guys can subscribe. Got the Patreon going. You guys can also super chat or do whatever your heart's desire. You know, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Deezy.